Hey everybody, welcome to day 10, 10? 10. Day 10 of my MentalFit challenge. My name is Justin Malloy and I put together this MentalFit challenge for myself to get me to a point where I actually enjoy doing work that puts me in a position that I was better than yesterday. And these are daily videos that I put up in the morning to talk about what I learned about myself the previous day, what my experiences have been thus far, and it gives me something to look back on in the future if I ever fall back into the wrong groove. So for this week, the two big changes were that I meditate for 10 minutes in the morning, and then I do at least 30 minutes of aerobic exercise, which is just kind of walking. Nothing really intense. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my experience with those yesterday. And the second thing is I've said in previous videos that I have based this MentalFit challenge off of a challenge that I've done called the WildFit challenge, which is a program that was put together to get you to a place where you're eating in the way that your body actually wants you to be eating, right? Instead of eating for your taste buds, you're eating for your health. I've not been recording anything that I've been learning through that program. And one of the things I realized is that better late than never for that. So what I'm going to be doing is, it's going to be two parts. I mean, it's going to be the same video. But the first thing I'm going to do is talk about the MentalFit, and then I'm going to talk about the WildFit. And hopefully what that's going to do is it's going to get me to a place where I'm starting to see my progress more. And it's going to get me to a place where the changes hopefully stick a little bit better. So the first thing we're going to talk about is MentalFit challenge. So the first thing I want to talk about is the meditation. So the meditation yesterday was fine. Again, it didn't really feel like it made a lot of an impact on my day. One of the things I'm going to be more aware of today is what I do after I meditate, because what I think might be happening that I might just not be aware to is that I do more progressive things, like things that are less like overly huge dopamine inducers and more things that help me in the future, help me in the long term. My hypothesis is that those are the things that I do after meditation. And that's just something that I will need to pay attention to, and something that we'll talk about a little bit more tomorrow. But that'll be something that I pay attention to over the next couple of days. So the big thing here was the walking. So yesterday I went walking in the evening. So it was, probably 8. 8 was about the middle of the walk, so 7:30 to 8:30. It was an hour walk, a little bit longer than an hour, so much longer than the 30 minutes that I have as my minimum. And one of the things that I think really changed it is the first time I went on a walk, I was watching TED Talks, and that was awesome because it made it so that I really felt like I was making progress. I was doing something during the walk, but I felt like I didn't really enjoy it as much. So one of the things I did last night while I was walking was I listened to music instead, and that was a much better experience. Because what happened was I was able to pay more attention to the walk because I wasn't trying to learn anything. And I was able to kind of get into a groove. I sang the songs that I knew the lyrics to. I danced a little bit. Ever since I was a little kid, it's been really difficult for me to be able to really be myself and expressing myself in singing and dancing. And there's some reasons for that we might go into later. But the end result is that I don't really sing and dance much around other people. And so it was a little bit interesting because I kind of got those nervous sort of shivers. I don't know if you'd call them shivers, but that kind of like nervous feeling that goes up your spine when you do something that you're like, I don't know, but I'm thinking about it. And I haven't felt those in a while, and that's a good sign for me. I really enjoyed the walk. The Issaquah Highlands, where I'm at, is a beautiful area. And I took some of the side roads that I really haven't spent a lot of time on and just kind of walked around on them, and it works pretty well. I think today is a beautiful sunny day, and so what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to go, after I eat breakfast, go on a walk. Although breakfast, it is noon. Oh well, stayed up late. um, yeah, and I'm excited for it, actually, which is a good sign. Only day 2 and kind of excited for the walk. But I'm in a good state, so let's see how I feel about walking when I'm not in a good state. We'll go from there. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about is the WildFit challenge. So I am on, spoiler alert for anyone who's on WildFit. The program is meant so that you don't get any spoilers, but I'm gonna tell you what week I'm on and what's happening on it. So you've been warned. So I'm on week 8, the start of week 8, and what this program is about is the first couple of weeks, 6 weeks I think, are all about awareness, and after you get awareness about what foods actually taste like you get over the dopamine rush, and you're like, oh, what does a french fry actually taste like? Which it turns out it's not very good, unfortunately. And then it slowly starts cutting out food groups like dairy and sugar and simple carbs and things along those lines, and it drastically increases your vegetable and fruit uptake, and then cuts the fruit uptake a few weeks before where I'm at right now, where we go into what's called spring, and this is the time where the body, fun fact, the body doesn't actually need to burn fat to get it off your body. It is designed so that you gain fat in the winter and lose it, gain fat in the fall and lose it in the spring, and you don't have to burn those calories. What it does is your body says, look, there's no more, there's not something we need to protect against, whether it be weather or, it's not poisons, it's toxins. So let's start just dropping the weight off. And it just comes out with all of the other things that you've eaten. And that was something that was really interesting to me. So this week I've lost 3 pounds of fat, and I'm looking probably as good right now as I had at the end of this program called Ideal Protein, which is as standard as you can get for a diet program, where it's basically, okay, you eat these specially made, factory produced snacks, and you'll lose weight because, well, we're not feeding you much. And I think it was a fine program. I don't think it's the best program. From the programs that I've done so far, which are not many, WildFit seems to be the best, because when I got into the last couple of weeks of that program, I really wanted to eat everything. I wanted to eat all of it. Cake, ice cream, teriyaki with rice, like everything. And I did so regularly. So I didn't really finish the program well. But on the WildFit, this is week 8, so this is pretty close to how long I did the other program for. And I'm kind of feeling all right. I mean, I have a small urge, but one of the nice things is that this program taught me how to deal with those and how to be aware about it and see food past the dopamine rush. So the step after I finished this program of trying other foods that I was not able to try at the beginning, something I'm kind of interested in. But yeah, so I've lost 3 pounds this week. I'm going strong. I have a Thai vegetable soup in the microwave that's been done since before this video started, but oh well. And it's been really good for me. I feel a lot better. Like I don't have this sort of ugly feeling everywhere now. I do feel like I'm not eating enough vegetables, and that's on me. I'm not actually totally following the program, so I'll look into that a little bit more today. But yeah, so I'm cooking a lot more. I'm learning a bit more about what I like and dislike. And I'm going to have to cut this video short, or Instagram will not allow me to post it. So what I'm going to say with that is I'm going to talk more about WildFit tomorrow. But for now, I've made some great progress. I'm excited to see what happens today. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.